division.
Coach, I was going to tell you that I'm really worried about that, the ability to do that. But then I hear about the Browns losing all their receivers. Yeah. And that's going to be a tough game today.
Playing the Jets, Mike. They're playing the Jets.
But they're losing a lot of receivers. And Rich, you guys already lost Trevor Lawrence. They might as well win another game. So, you know what I mean, and feel good about that. But for the Steelers, let me tell you my concern. My concern, and everybody is looking at the ornaments on the tree. They're talking about the drop passes. I know they lead the league with 35 drop passes. Talking about, they can't run since week 13. They're last with only 50 yards a game. But the offensive line here is the problem, Coach. They're on their third group as an offensive line in the last 3 games trying to find. This is not about talent. Drops you can fix. I'm not worried about those things. But that offensive line staying in Ben's face like he is right there, he can't get the ball off. You can't get a run game. I'm not talking about balanced run game. I'm talking about get a yard when you need a yard. That's what I'm concerned about with the Steelers.
Yeah, I have a lot of concerns, too, because it's not just the line and the drops. It's about the team they're playing, too. The Colts are a really good, competent team right now.
Right.
They're good in all 3 phases. And this guy, are you going to lock the Browns today in the lock? Are we going to doom?
I might doom the Jets over the Browns.
Right. And then they play each other next week. And then you know what? All those receivers are going to be fresh legs. They're going to be back, right?
Yeah,
and then look out. Browns could win this division for the first time.
And the Steelers have called it the dreaded players-only meeting.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
That's never a good thing.
All right, now let me send it over for more on the Packers and the Titans to Stacey Dales in Ashwaubenon, Wisconsin.
The players only.
Well, Mooch, this Titans-Packers game has all the feels of a playoff atmosphere, minus the fans. I asked Titans head coach Mike Vrabel, what's the urgency of your football team this week? What's your message going to be? And he said, we have a pretty good idea of what it takes to win December, January games. That's physicality, protecting the football, forcing turnovers defensively, and they want to control the clock with Derrick Henry in their run game. As for the Packers, I asked wide receiver Devontae Adams, what kind of zone is your football team in? And he said, we're definitely in a good zone, but not satisfied and definitely not happy with their performance despite the win against the Panthers, an 8-point victory last week. There is a different standard and a different expectation, he told me, basically, with this Packers group. It all starts with Aaron Rodgers. And Rich Eisen, I detect a very focused Packers team coming into Sunday Night Football.
Well, they'll know if the Seahawks had already won or lost, because if the Rams had won and the Seahawks have lost, the Packers know a win at home on Sunday night would clinch the 1 seed in the NFC. And the Titans will already know if the Colts will have lost, the Ravens will have lost. The Ravens lost earlier in the day to the Giants, then the Titans would already have clinched a playoff berth. If the Colts lose, a win on Sunday night would give the Titans the AFC South. If the Colts win, obviously, that division will be in limbo going into the final week of the regular season. That's what's at stake tonight in Sunday Night Football. And it was interesting, Stacey's first report, I turned to you in the commercial break when she said that basically on all the weather, it's going to snow, it's going to be very cold. That Mike Vrabel said that equipment will be crucial for the team. And I said, is that what he's calling Derrick Henry now?
Exactly.
Okay, so how vulnerable are the Packers tonight against the Titans?
Well, I believe, I'm a big believer in matchups, right? When you get to this point, it's about matchups and how you fit with the teams that you're playing. And when you look at the Packers, that they've lost 3 times this year, and they've lost to teams that, A, can score a lot of points, have scored over 28 points, and B, can run the football. Teams have run the football for 150 plus in their losses. So now you've got a matchup against the guy you're talking about, Derrick Henry, and this Titans offense that is built to do just that. They're #1 scoring team in the National Football League, and that guy is the #1 rusher in the National Football League. So I believe they are vulnerable. Now, you got Aaron Rodgers and company on the other side against this Titans defense that has been struggling. But I believe the makeup of the Titans says, we do what you don't do very well, meaning the Packers in that cold weather. So I think they're vulnerable. Still going to be a tough win to go into Lambeau and get that.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the business decisions the Packers defense going to have to face third, fourth quarter with Henry having maybe his 20th or something carry, unless this guy can start putting some points on the board real fast. It's going to be a great Sunday night game. Still to come right here on NFL Game Day Morning. We hope you have some tissues handy. It's quite a story. The inspiring story of how some of the Jacksonville Jaguars players and staff changed one autistic Jaguars fan's life forever.
As good once as he ever was, especially when he plays indoors against the Gong Show Lions. Tom Brady with the biggest first half of his 20-year career. Opening drive of the game, and there's Gronk. The undefendable play. Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer. Bucks missed the extra point. They're up 6-0. Matthew Stafford. Right ankle. Pain, would not return. You see, he hops off. He was 2 for 3, 17 yards, but that is it. Next Tampa drive. Bucks just outside the red zone. Brady. Man, what a Hall of Fame career. Evans is starting to build. 10 catches, 181. Most passing touchdowns in a season, Buccaneer history. That's right. Tom already has it, passing Jameis Winston's record from last year. So it's 13-0. Chase Daniel's in the game now, and we're not expecting the snap, and he's sacked. Yeah, heads up. Whoa. Gives the undercarriage a bit of a how's your father. Detroit, 186 total yards in the game. Second fewest all season. Now it's 20-0. Here comes Brady. Pitch and catch to Chris Godwin, who had 5 catches for 84 yards. Third touchdown of the half for Brady. Tampa's up 27-0. Antonio Brown, what did he do? 4 catches, only 35 yards, but that's a touchdown. According to Elias, Brady's the only player in the last 40 seasons with 340 passing yards and 4 touchdowns before the half. 34-0 at the half. Give Tom some rest. Bring in Blaine Gabbert. Rob Gronkowski could not have been more open. Only caught 2 passes, both for touchdowns.
Team that he left is already eliminated from the playoffs.
Bam, Rich.
Okay.
Boy, that's a full story.
Didn't know that's what you're looking for. 47-7 is the final, and TB12 is indeed all smiles. Didn't even play the second half of the game. So the Buccaneers are currently sitting in that 5 seed, visiting the NFC East champion playoff spot. The Saints on Christmas Day eliminated the Vikings and clinched the NFC South for them. Huge game today. Seattle can clinch the NFC West with a win over the Rams. The Rams can get in to the playoffs with a straight playoff spot with a win there, and that would set up the Packers to win the entire NFC with a win tonight. And the National Football League, just 2 Sundays left. Ready to knuckle up, Jones?
Yes,
We
sir.
are knuckling.
Yeah! Week 16, NFL Game Day morning is on the air.
And we gotta be who we gotta be. A whole lot of attitude today. Let's bring it.
Hey, feeling good, like I should.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Dez Bryant.
So proud of you. So proud of you. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Getting to the outside. Great step off. Oh, have some of that. Oh.
Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
But once upon a time, 11-0 Pittsburgh Steelers have lost 3 in a row. The Colts have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot in Pittsburgh, where the Steelers need to rebound. Dallas, is this finally the end of the NFC East road for both of those teams in the home of the Dallas Cowboys? They'll keep an eye on the scoreboard of Washington, Carolina at the same time. And then Sunday Night Football, the Titans can clinch a playoff spot or the AFC South, or neither, as the Packers can clinch home field advantage throughout the National Football Conference playoffs. We've already seen 4 games played in Week 16. The bulk of the activity is today and later this afternoon and tonight, as the Titans and Packers are on Sunday Night Football. And the result between the Rams and the Seahawks will be very crucial going into that game. It is NFL Game Day morning, presented by Lowe's. We put the home in home team. I am Rich Eisen, and that is Steve Mariucci, and that is Michael Irvin at the end of the set. And in the middle is the man fresh back from Las Vegas, Nevada, a man who could look at his wife on Christmas night and say, I have to go to Vegas. And she says, okay. That's all of our dreams and hopes and wishes. Kurt Warner is back here after a phenomenal game that was powered by KWS. Kurt Warner's suit. Oh, my word.
That was good. That was good.
Okay. This is why you were trending last night, Kurt.
You didn't have to say that. I mean, you could have just said I was trending, and we would have been
Joker,
good right there.
Prom night. Annie Apple wanted
That was why.
Eli's mom is in on that prom night, patiently waiting for his rose.
Eli's mom.
During the rose ceremony. All right. That's just
All good
4 of the
fun. Hey,
thousands
Irv.
that had you trending.